Change will not come if we wait for some other person or some other time. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the change that we seek. The best way to not feel hopeless is to get up and do something. Don't wait for good things to happen to you. If you go out and make some good things happen, you will fill the world with hope. You will fill yourself with hope. We did not come to fear the future. We came here to shape it. In the end, it's not the years in your life that count. It's the life in your years. We are the ones who can do it if we have the courage to try. The future rewards those who press on. I don't have time to feel sorry for myself. I don't have time to complain. I'm going to press on. Focusing your life solely on making a buck shows a certain poverty of ambition. It asks too little of yourself, because it's only when you hitch your wagon to something larger than yourself that you realize your true potential. The strongest weapon against hateful speech is not repression. It is more speech. We can disagree without being disagreeable. The arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends toward justice. Change is never easy, but always possible. Don't just hope for a better life. Vote for it. If you're walking down the right path and you're willing to keep walking, eventually you'll make progress. The success of our economy has always depended not just on the size of our gross domestic product, but on the reach of our prosperity. The role of citizen in a democracy does not end with your vote. The best way to predict your future is to create it. No one is pro-abortion, but it's not the government's place to make that decision for women. Our challenges may be new, the instruments with which we meet them may be new, but those values upon which our success depends, honesty and hard work, courage and fair play, tolerance and curiosity, loyalty and patriotism. These things are old. These things are true. They have been the quiet force of progress throughout our history. We don't ask you to believe in our ability to bring change. Rather, we ask you to believe in yours. Change is the law of life, and those who look only to the past or present are certain to miss the future. You can put lipstick on a pig, but it's still a pig. To know that we're more alike than different, that's what this presidency has been about. You didn't build that. We should have no illusions about the work ahead of us. In the face of impossible odds, people who love this country can change it. The one thing that I've always been impressed with about America is our can-do spirit. When we decide to do something, we get it done. The worst thing that colonialism did was to cloud our view of our past. The United States does not have the luxury of withdrawing from the world. Our security, our prosperity depends on our leadership. In the end, that's what this election is about. Do we participate in a politics of cynicism or a politics of hope? A good compromise, a good piece of legislation is like a good sentence or a good piece of music. Everybody can recognize it. They say, it works. It makes sense. The best way to not feel hopeless is to get up and do something. America is a place where all things are possible. The greatest responsibility I have is to stay true to myself. The future rewards those who press on. Our democracy is threatened whenever we take it for granted. What Washington needs is adult supervision. There is not a liberal America and a conservative America. There is the United States of America. A change is brought about because ordinary people do extraordinary things. Hope is the bedrock of this nation. The future is not something that happens to us. It's something that we make for ourselves. We cannot continue to rely on our military in order to achieve the national security objectives that we've set. We've got to have a civilian national security force that's just as powerful, just as strong, just as well-funded. Let us remember we are all part of one American family. People who love this country can change it. The audacity of hope. We are the change that we seek. A new dawn of American leadership is at hand. The American story has never been about things coming easy. We all have a stake in each other. The road ahead will be long, our climb will be steep. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Hope is not blind optimism. In the end, it's not about being better than someone else. It's about being better than you used to be. We are the ones we've been waiting for. You can't let your failures define you. We've been warned against offering the people of this nation false hope. Each day we're determined to shape our destiny. The only way to change is to vote. This is our time to put our people back to work and open doors of opportunity for our kids. to restore prosperity and promote the cause of peace, to reclaim the American dream and reaffirm that fundamental truth, that out of many we are one, that while we breathe, we hope. And where we are met with cynicism and doubts and those who tell us that we can't, we will respond with that timeless creed that sums up the spirit of a people. Yes, we can. I believe in the American people. To those who say that we can't fix the environment, that we can't fix our healthcare system, I say that we've already done the big stuff. We should measure our lives not by the number of breaths, but by the moments that take our breath away. I'm inspired by the people I meet in my travels, by their courage, their hope, and their resilience. It's important to make sure that we're talking with each other in a way that heals, not in a way that wounds. The strongest democracies flourish from frequent and lively debate, but they endure when people of every background and belief find a way to set aside smaller differences in service of a greater purpose. In the end, that's what this election is about. Do we participate in a politics of cynicism or a politics of hope? The future we want is within our reach. I see Americans of every party, every background, every faith who believe that we are stronger together. Black, white, Latino, Asian, Native American, young, old, gay, straight, men, women, folks with disabilities, all pledging allegiance under the same proud flag to this big, bold country that we love. We have been through so much together. No party has a monopoly on wisdom. This moment is your victory. What unites us is stronger than what divides us. We may have different stories, but we hold common hopes. We may not look the same, and we may not have come from the same place, but we all want to move in the same direction, towards a better future. It falls to each of us to be those anxious, jealous guardians of our democracy, to embrace the joyous task we've been given to continually try to improve this great nation of ours. In reaffirming the greatness of our nation, we understand that greatness is never a given. It must be earned. The American people are decent, generous, hardworking, creative, and resilient. We can work together for a better America. The strength of our democracy has always rested on our ability to hear each other out. It's important to remember that behind every policy issue, there are people. We can do these things as one nation and one people. The strength of our democracy is its ability to change and our responsibility to change with it. Our shared values define us more than our differences. We need to reject any politics that targets people because of race or religion. This isn't a matter of political correctness. It's a matter of understanding what makes us strong. We have a stake in each other's success. We have a choice to make. Politics doesn't have to be a raging fire destroying everything in its path. The work of democracy has always been hard, contentious, and sometimes bloody. We must resist the urge to demonize those who are different. Our democracy can only work when we accept certain principles. Our Constitution is a remarkable, beautiful gift. Democracy is not just a technical problem, it's a struggle of the human spirit. Democracy is not a spectator sport. It's important for us to be careful of our blind spots. Each one of us must strive to bridge our divides. We all have a role to play in making America better. The strength of our democracy depends on the strength of our people. It's our ability to work together that sets us apart. Our greatness depends not on what we have, but on who we are. We are bound together by a set of ideals and a set of values. Our democracy can work, but only if we work for it. Democracy is not about power, it's about trust. We are the change we seek.